Have you ever experienced the wrath of a severe storm? A question that, for some people, carries the weight of a recent reality, and not just a hypothetical scenario. Mother Nature, in all her glory, is a force to be reckoned with, a force that can change lives and landscapes in the blink of an eye. From the peaceful, serene days to the days when her wrath is unleashed, it's a testament to the unpredictable and awe-inspiring power she holds. In recent times, we've seen this power manifest in the form of severe storms, sweeping across the South with an intensity that has left communities reeling. Lives have been lost, homes destroyed, and thousands left without power. The gravity of these storms is not just a matter of meteorological interest, but a stark reminder of the reality of our existence in the face of nature's fury. In southern Florida, the Storm Prediction Center forecasted strong winds, tornadoes, and large hail, with some areas experiencing up to 2 inches of rain and street flooding. One person was tragically killed and 7 injured by a tornado in Louisiana's St. Landry Parish. In Shreveport, a man lost his life when a tree fell on his mobile home. Such stories are a grim testament to the devastation these storms can cause. In Florida, a home in Mount Dora was set ablaze after being struck by lightning. A hotel's roof in Lakeland was partly ripped off by high winds. A home and convenience store in Panama City Beach were leveled by a possible tornado. These are not just buildings but places of shelter and livelihood, ripped apart in moments. This is the unpredictability of weather events. One moment all is calm, the next, chaos unleashed. It is a reality that many communities live with, a reality that can change lives and landscapes in an instant. For some, these storms are not just news headlines but rather a terrifying reality they had to face. In the early hours of the day, a storm swept across the South, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. The wrath of Mother Nature was felt far and wide, with its furious display causing widespread damage to buildings and infrastructure, and tragically claiming at least 3 lives. In the heart of Louisiana, in St. Landry Parish, a tornado tore through the community. 1 person was sadly killed, and another 7 injured. Homes that once stood proudly were left severely damaged, roofs ripped off and houses moved onto the road, as if they were mere toys in the path of the tornado's fury. Meanwhile in Shreveport, a man met a tragic end when a tree, uprooted by the storm's relentless winds, fell on his mobile home. The raw power of the storm was evident in this sad incident, underscoring the indiscriminate and destructive nature of such natural calamities. In southern Florida, the storm wreaked havoc as well. Torrential rains led to street flooding, and even a house in Mount Dora caught fire after being struck by lightning. High winds showed no mercy, partly ripping off a hotel's roof in Lakeland. The devastation didn't stop there, as a home and convenience store in Panama City Beach were leveled, possibly by a tornado. A microbrewery in Pensacola also fell victim to the storm's fury. Its roof was torn off, leading to significant water damage and equipment loss. The owners now face the daunting task of rebuilding, with the brewery expected to remain closed for several months. This storm, like many before it, served as a stark reminder of the unpredictable and often devastating power of Mother Nature. It swept across the South, causing destruction in its path, and leaving residents to pick up the pieces in its wake. The storm may have passed, but the aftermath is a stark reminder of its devastating power. On the east end of Panama City Beach, the storm left no stone unturned. When Mother Nature decided to unleash her fury on Panama City Beach, the devastation was both swift and merciless. Homes and businesses once standing proud and tall were reduced to mere rubble within a matter of hours. If you walked down the streets post-storm, you would find yourself navigating through a landscape of destruction that seemed more like a war zone than a beachside city. One of the most shocking instances of destruction was the leveling of a local convenience store. This wasn't just a business. For the locals, it was a community hub, a place where they could grab their morning coffee, pick up their groceries, and catch up with their neighbors. But in the wake of the storm, all that remained was a pile of debris, a grim reminder of the power of nature. Residential homes didn't fare any better. Many were severely damaged, their roofs torn off, their walls caved in. Families were left to pick through the remains of what they once called home, their hearts breaking with every shattered piece of furniture and every ruined family photo they came across. But it wasn't just the physical destruction that left its mark. The storm also tore through the very fabric of the community, leaving emotional scars that will take far longer to heal than any damaged building. The fear, the shock, the sense of loss. These are the unseen impacts of the storm, the ones that linger long after the debris has been cleared. The storm was a stark reminder of our vulnerability in the face of nature's power. It showed us that despite our best efforts and preparations, we are at the mercy of the elements. But more importantly, it showed us the resilience of the human spirit, the ability to endure, to persevere, and to rebuild, even in the face of such overwhelming adversity. For the residents of Panama City Beach, the storm's fury will not be forgotten anytime soon. In the storm's aftermath, communities are left to pick up the pieces and begin the long road to recovery. The aftermath of a storm can almost be as challenging as the storm itself. Yet, in the face of adversity, communities show their resilience. Power companies are working around the clock to restore electricity to the thousands left in the dark. Repair crews are laboring tirelessly, patching up roofs, clearing fallen trees, and mending fractured infrastructure. The storm has left an indelible mark on the landscape, yet it's in these moments of hardship that the strength of a community truly shines through. Volunteers from across the region have come together, lending a hand to their neighbors in need, offering food, shelter, and a comforting shoulder to lean on. In St. Landry Parish, despite the severe damage to homes, the spirit of the people remains undaunted. They are rallying together, determined to rebuild their lives and restore their community. The owners of the micro-brewery in Pensacola, despite the significant water damage and equipment loss, are already planning for a grand reopening in a few months. Over in Florida, the recovery efforts are equally inspiring. In the face of a home set ablaze by lightning, a hotel roof torn off by the high winds, and a convenience store leveled by a possible tornado, the residents of Mount Dora, Lakeland, and Panama City Beach are demonstrating an unwavering resolve. They are rolling up their sleeves, ready to rebuild, proving that a storm can damage buildings but it can't break the spirit of a community. The road to recovery is often long and arduous. It's a journey marked by sweat, tears, and resilience. It's a testament to the human spirit, to our ability to endure, to rise again, stronger and more determined than ever. As the repairs continue, as the lights flicker back on, as businesses reopen their doors, and as life slowly returns to normal, these communities serve as a powerful reminder of what we can achieve when we come together. The road to recovery may be long, but the spirit of these communities remains unbroken. As the sun rises on a new day, the communities affected by the storm look towards the future. The echo of the storm's rage has barely faded, but already the focus has shifted from the wreckage of the past to the promise of tomorrow. It's not about forgetting the storm, but about learning from it, about growing stronger and more resilient in its wake. These communities are taking significant steps to prepare for future storms. They're implementing more robust building codes, creating more secure emergency shelters, and investing in early warning systems. These measures are not just about physical preparation, but also about creating a culture of readiness and resilience. Resilience is a word that gets thrown around a lot when we talk about storms like this, but what does it really mean? It's about more than just bouncing back. It's about bouncing forward. It's about learning and adapting, about becoming stronger and better prepared for whatever comes next. The importance of community resilience in the face of natural disasters cannot be overstated. In the aftermath of a storm, it's the strength of the community that determines how quickly and effectively recovery happens. It's the neighbors helping neighbors, the local businesses reopening their doors, the schools providing a safe haven for children. It's the collective spirit of determination and hope that turns a disaster area into a community on the mend. The storm has certainly left its mark on Panama City Beach, but it has also served as a stark reminder of the power of human resilience. Out of the debris and devastation, new stories of strength and courage are emerging. There's a shared understanding that while the storm may have been powerful, the spirit of the community is even more so. While the storm has left a scar on the landscape, it has also highlighted the strength and resilience of these communities. In the face of adversity, they have shown that they are not just survivors, but thrivers. This is not the end of their story, but a new chapter, one that speaks of resilience, rebirth, and readiness for whatever the future might bring.